think I have always admired the simplicity and purity and the craft of bread baking. It's really ancient and kind of foundational component of food. It also is global, so it feels like this big common thread around the world. Most bread recipes have a really short list of ingredients, and it's really all in the person and all in the technique. It really comes from the taste of the grain. So that's where my focus and kind of inspiration to use heirloom grains and really explore the wide world of grains and bread baking. That's what can make a loaf special. My name's Zoë Kanan, and I'm the head baker and pastry chef at Simon and the Whale and Studio, the Freehand Hotel. I graduated from the Professional Pastry Arts program in 2009. I was born and raised in Houston, Texas, and food was a really big part of my life growing up because my dad is a pit master and is very into barbecue, and my mom is a vegetarian. It was like the tale of two dinners in my house. So yeah, there was a focus on food just because it was something we were interested in and passionate about, but also because of these choices that my parents made. I was interested in baking because I had a really big sweet tooth, and I grew up doing competitive figure skating, and so sweets were very much like a special occasion or indulgence. I think I became fixated with them at that point because they were kind of forbidden for me, and then also because it was something that both of my parents and I could all enjoy together. My dad was really the cook in our family, so he was the one that I would cook with most, but any baking I did was most likely with my mom or grandmother. I chose to go to culinary school because I wanted to kind of fast track my access to working in kitchens, and I'm someone who really likes to be prepared, so I didn't want to kind of throw myself into that world without having a foundation of knowledge leading into it. Hotels require kind of the entire rainbow of the baking and pastry world. And because we covered a lot of that in ICC, all of it really, that combined with the guidance and knowledge that I gained from working for Melissa Weller and Christina Tosi, has kind of painted this picture for me where I feel equipped to approach these different angles of my job with, the knowledge that it requires. While I was in pastry school, I sought out working for Christina Tosi at Milk Bar, which I had admired from back in Texas before I even moved to New York. From there, I worked with Melissa Weller at Siddell's. Melissa was an incredible leader there. She was a partner in that business. Every day I think of their various styles and words of wisdom and choices in their kitchen, and they serve as an inspiration and guidance for me. The path I'm on now is translating that knowledge that I picked up on and those lessons into my own version of management style and my own little corner of the kitchen that I run. My first job working at Milk Bar was entirely a team of women. So women working hard and doing laborious tasks was it's just what we did, and we didn't think twice about it. So I think that was a nice way to enter into the field and not ever question whether or not I was equipped to do it. I only realized after the fact that I was seeking out women to work for. I was just seeking out menus and food that I was inspired by, and then I realized this common bond that they were all made by women. I grew up having a lot of powerful female influence in my life and wanted to ultimately feel like I was one of those women. The advice I would give to a young baker or pastry chef starting out is to seek out a person or mentor that you want to work for more than just the restaurant or bakery that has the most cachet. I think it's of course really important for restaurants to be in demand for their livelihood, but I also think what's more important when you're creating your foundation of knowledge or expanding on your knowledge is to find someone that you really admire, who's willing to take you under their wing and wants to kind of be your guide in addition to your employer. I am excited about regional grain economy, new flours, high extraction flours, ice cream making, whole grain, frozen. We're seeing really great dairy desserts, ice cream terrine, other regions, the Middle East, different parts of Asia, gluten-free fruits, desserts, baked goods, doing it all, really, all the time. I'd say I'm most proud of our croissant. It's very much like a bakery thing to say. But a croissant is so simple in flavor that it takes a lot of thought and care to highlight what makes it special. And it's this like perfect combination for me of technique and thoughtfulness and flavor and like careful craftsmanship that makes it perfect. You don't necessarily expect much from it, and then I like to kind of over-deliver. It's incredible. I think I'm still processing it. To get recognition for what I've done so far, it's overwhelming. I feel that I've worked really hard, but I also feel like I'm still pretty early in my career, and I've found these really big parts of my voice, but I'm also still exploring that. But it's really inspiring, and I feel more driven than I ever have to keep working and keep creating and really focus on managing and leading my team.